Oh, well, hello, beautiful people. How are we all this week? What's been showing up? What's been happening for you? I'm going to pick some cards today and just really start to feel into the year and what we want to bring. Oh, one falls out. Let's have a look. Treasure chest. Yes, please. So the unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. So what treasure do you want this year? So when I talk about treasure or the things that you want, the other part that I'm speaking to is where you're resonating to be able to achieve those things. So if you're resonating in the lower energies and, you know, nothing ever works out for me and I always, blah, 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 then that's what you're going to be getting. That's what you get sprinkled with. If you're resonating in the middle and it's like, yeah, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they get what I want, sometimes they don't. Well, then you're getting sprinkled with that. And if you're resonating in the higher spaces where the treasure chest can really be opened, and you're getting sprinkled with that, where everything is possible, unlimitless, you know, so it's time this year to choose. And the higher resonating spaces is where 2026 wants to give you its best. So it's time for that. It's time to resonate as high as we can. If you need help with that, reach out, because I have some incredible processes that you can do to be able to achieve that. Dream big was the card that just flipped then. So what do we need this week? How do we get it, and what's stopping us, so that we can start to feel into how we can get to our highest resonating space, where we can get to I love myself more space. That's what the theme of this year is. I love myself more. So when we are a people pleaser, or when we give to others before ourselves, there's a shift happening this year where I love me more. And so it has to come from here first, because we're creating our own reality. So if we're giving that away to somebody else, well, then we're not giving it to ourselves, which means we can't achieve all that higher resonating treasure chest stuff that we want to achieve as well, you know, like we could get our little sprinkles. If we're in the middle place, we can get our little sprinkles. You might even get some on the lower bit, you might get some bit, but if we want more, like bigger and expanded and more of ourselves, then we have to come first. We have to love ourselves first. So what do we need? How do we get it? And what is stopping us? Great. How do we get, oh, lovely, that came out. Oh, okay. So two of these cards came out this morning when I was flipping cards. So it is for a collective, not just me. So what do we need? Break free. So it is only us that is holding the chains on ourselves. It is only us that is attached to the past or attached to the future. It is only us that isn't in the now, isn't staying present with ourselves. So knowing that, do you feel like you are free? First question of the week. Do you feel like you're free? Yeah, that's the question. And if you say no to that, what do you need to break free? So normally break free of self. We are the ones that are in our own way, in every which way that we can look at it. It is us that it's in our own way. So how can we break free? How can we come to ourselves in the I love me more space to break free? So try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. So do something different. Do something. If you keep doing the same thing, expecting the same result, that's called insanity. So that breaking free is around, if you're doing Groundhog Day and you keep showing up the same and the same things keep happening, that's what's going to happen. And the other part is, I was just having a coffee this morning, and the other part was, if we keep playing the same tune, if we keep talking about the same things, you know, like in a bad way, say, like this never happens for me, or I never get this, or I la 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 la. When that happens, that's what we're going to get more of. So breaking free of our thought patterns that aren't serving us, that aren't giving us that treasure chest, that aren't allowing us to be in those higher resonating spaces. So how do we get that? How do we break free? How do we note when we're not in our highest resonating space? How do we note when we're not coming from love, when we're not coming from ourselves, when we're not loving ourselves more? Divine magic. So this is the card of this deck. And so this one is one of the special ones. So extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. So that's what I'm hearing. To break free, you need to do something different, which means you need to expect miracles to come into your world. You need to know that your life is the best thing that is happening right now, that you are resonating from the highest part of possibility in your world right now. So how do you get that? It's journaling, it's loving self more, it's changing your habits, it's bringing it back to self all the time. What did that serve me? Is it a yes or a no for me? And if it's not a hell yes, it's a no. That's a really good note to be able to find our divine magic. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. And so moving forward with that and being able to break free from our structures that we've set into place. This card reminds me of the devil, like, the part of the devil in the tarot where it seems like you're held by these chains. But what actually you realize with the devil card is it's only us that's holding ourselves. That if we just realized, we could just actually take them off. We could just take it off and we could just move forward. But by us not breaking free of all of those structures and all of those attachments, then we can't find our divine magic. And it is time. 2026 is a time for divine magic. It's divine magic within. So finding that space within you. And what's stopping us? Making a decision. Making a decision to break free. Making a decision to own your divine magic. So what do you need to do that? How are you in your own way around that? As we've been talking, even in the other cards, how are we doing that? If you're feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. So the old chestnut of, if you're sitting on the fence and just waiting and just not making decisions, not just waiting for something to happen so that it just happens for you, well, you're going to be still sitting on that fence at the end of 2026. And so today and this week is around breaking free, finding your divine magic, making a decision. What is it that you need to make the decision on? What is it that you need to action something? You need to feel into yourself and feel where that ecstatic current is. Feel where that turn on is. Feel how that lights you up and move forward with that. So make the decision to move forward with that, which means doing something. What is that? What is that this week? What could you do this week that will put yourself in a forward motion, that will put yourself, and something that feels really true to your heart, something that is a real desire of yours, something that you really, I'm having an incredible business meeting tomorrow, and my feeling within myself, that is a move forward. So I checked in this morning. What time are we starting? How are we getting into that space? And doing some cards for that today. I've been actioning a few things for tomorrow to be able to move forward. I've made this decision that I've said, yes, I want to break free. I want to be doing things differently. And I know that the divine magic is coming through that. So it's just little decisions like that throughout your day. How are you going to do this? Where am I going to fit in? I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed this morning. And so I was like, okay, how do I break free of that? How do I break free of that structure? I don't have enough time, because I do. And how do I find my divine magic in that? I started to set it out and things started to move. Things started to move too. They always start to move. When you make a decision, things start to move. So I made a decision, and then all of a sudden, all these things started to leave from my day, and I actually had all this time. And so it's making those decisions so that life can flow with you, not against you, because it is only us that can break free from those chains, that can create those chains in the first place. So what can you do? What decision do you need to make this week to free yourself, to allow yourself to feel all of your divine magic and bring yourself into alignment? Know that I'm always here, always up for readings, always there for doing sessions, always there if you want to speak about lifewave patches that I use that have changed my whole entire world. And now I have the best well-being and mental well-being that I've had in forever, which is awesome. And I'm also opening up a new part of me. Well, it's not a new part of me, but I'm going to be showing it more on socials, and I'm going to create a bit of a platform. And we're starting to do some workshops around orgasmic cultivation. So if that's something that tickles your fancy, if you want to know how to be in your turn on a lot more, how to really just connect to self, and so you can really feel where you've been stuck. And we're starting to do couples workshops where we teach both processes, a male and a female process, to the couple. So you can be any gender of couple, and you can teach this and use this. So it's something that Tristan and I use, especially when we're really gritty with each other. When you want to find that peace, when you want to find that center with your partner again. And so it's a really beautiful tool. So reach out if you want to know more. And there we do it online. We also do it in person around the Northern Rivers area. And we also do private sessions if that's what the couple would like. So I am very excited to start to bring them out. I'm just trying to work out how to work around all the wording and stuff, because we get in trouble on here a lot. And so I might move it to a platform as such where I can voice and say whatever I want. So keep noting, keep following me so that you can find out where that's at, and you can find out where that platform is and get all juicy with me and allow yourself to start to open to more of your divine orgasmic energy that is there for you to be your best, to really be powerful. Delicious. I hope that's something that you want to. Have an incredible week, and I'll speak to you soon. Mwah.